Cole Palmer played as a right winger in the game against Fluminense in the semi-finals of the Club World Cup, and he looked a bit lost. He wasn't as lively as he has been of recent, and I think it might be easier for the manager to think about bringing him back into the number 10 role against the PSG in the finals. But my idea would be to keep Palmer on the right wing and use Neto on the left as it was in the previous game, and then use João Pedro as my number 10 and Liam Delap as my number 9. The reason is here. Of course, Cole Palmer is weaker, but also we don't want to have Cole Palmer returning to defend when we don't have the ball. Because if that is the case, it means we are going to have Vitinha, Fabian Luiz, and João Neves playing against Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo in the midfield alone. If Cole Palmer is not going to have to defend, so that will expose us. It will lead to a situation where we have two midfielders defending against three PSG midfielders. And also we know Enzo Fernandez is not as good defensively as maybe Moses Caicedo or Romeo Lavia would have been if he was available. So Cole Palmer should play on the right wing, and we use someone like João Pedro who gives you some bit of physicality. Plus, if Cole Palmer plays on that right wing, it means you're going to keep Nuno Mendes behind. You're going to lock him down. He wouldn't do so much of the overlap. You don't want to have a situation where both Achraf Hakimi and Nuno Mendes are on your box, on the edge of your box, delivering balls. So you have to use Cole Palmer and try to push or keep that PSG side area back, expecting something. I know Pedro Neto can do that if he's used in that position. He is fast, and they know each other very well from the Portugal national team with Nuno Mendes, but you have to use Cole Palmer. I think he's better there, and is expected to deliver more than if you had used Pedro Neto there. Plus, if you use Cole Palmer on the right, it gives you an easy person to use on the left. But if Pedro Neto plays on the right, it means you're going to do so much of a gamble on the left wing, and we could be penalized for that. You have to use someone who is fast, like Pedro Neto on that left wing, to keep Achraf Hakimi and stop him from attacking. And then also, if you use Pedro Neto on the left, it means you might have to use two of our strikers. One as João Pedro, his other quality is versatility. He can also play as a 10, so you use him as a 10, and then Liam Delap up front. Both of them are strong and will keep Marquinhos and in this time Beraldo at the back. They won't have to join the midfield when the transitions are happening. So this will keep Chelsea in the game. This way we can avoid those early goals PSG normally scores, and yeah, that's why I think Cole Palmer should not be used as a 10 and he should play as a right winger. Of course, if it doesn't work out, we can bring him back, and maybe if Reece James and Malo Gusto have both started at the back, then we can have them supporting Cole Palmer as he doesn't join the midfield. Alternatively, Cole Palmer can be used as a 10, and maybe Marco Cucurella joins the midfield to support Enzo Fernandez and Moses Caicedo. But that's a risky situation because we have Achraf Hakimi and Desire Do on that right wing. So Marco Cucurella will be so much on alert, and he might not be joining the midfield so frequently. They will have to be on their watch all the time. Also on the left, on the right, you're going to have Kvaratskhelia up against our right back. In this case, maybe Reece James. So you don't want to take any risks, and Reece James might not have to join the midfield as it is usual. You don't want to have a situation where you're less on numbers, or it is one-on-one, like 3 attackers versus 3 defenders. You have to be practical. Of course, I think our approaches are a bit similar. 4 defenders, you remain with the 3 when attacking, but I think PSG are more of an advanced project. They have a better goalkeeper than we do. They are more experienced than we are. Then also, they have some bit of versatility. We do have that as well, but at the moment for them, they are basically not lacking nobody in the team. I think except for Pancho. Only Pancho is missing. Lucas Hernandez wouldn't have started even if he was available. So that's my idea. What do you think? Which lineup would you select? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.